Hello, got a new video of Dynasty War. So recently I regen 7-star Zhang Liao from my in my main account because he's a new 7-star hero. His skill seems very unique and different, so I decided to try it out. And on top of that, I satisfied all his partnerships already, so that's good. Partnerships are always very important to any hero. So it took me 29 times to regen him, and in this video you can see all 29 times. You can see that it says within X amount of times you can get him, something like that. So I basically used all my resources already, used all my ingots and 7-star regen order, and you can probably tell from the video. But if I couldn't get it on that event, probably have to wait until the next event because I basically used everything. So it's pretty unlucky. Took me 29 times, but kinda lucky in a way that finally got on 29th time instead of the 30th time. So let's talk about his skill just in case if you don't know what his skill does. So it's a passive skill with 13-second cooldown. It says fly into a blur of attacks and slash 10 times around over 2.5 seconds. Each hit dealing 560 damage. Can be selected and be immune to all damage. So what that means is he'll attack 10 times, each time is 560 damage. So 560 damage seems like a very small amount of damage, very insignificant. But he's attacking 10 times, so multiply that by 10, 5,600 damage. That's decent for a passive skill, because he could be using it multiple times in the same battle. And if you calculate the DPS within the 2.5 second, he's actually doing 2200 damage per second. So that's a lot of damage. And the key thing about this skill is that he cannot be selected. So what that means is he can, even if enemy heroes or structures targeting him, he could get out of the aggro of that hero or structure. So this is especially useful if the Purgatory Tower is focusing him, and he could basically disappear in the battlefield. That's what his skill looked like. He just disappear, and you can only see like blue flashing lights. That's to indicate where he is, but he cannot be selected, targeted at that time. So the good thing is if somehow you can time his skill while he's being targeted by the Purgatory Tower, he can basically reset the Purgatory Tower. Now, after he disappear and reappear, the Purgatory Tower might not target him again. It could targeting to a different troop. Even if it targets him back, the Purgatory Tower has to restart his attacking damage, start from the low damage and count down to the high damage. So that can buy him a lot of time and do a lot of damage. And immune to all damage. So even if there is some area of effect damage going on, or enemy hero using certain skill, all those skills will not affect Zhang Liao at all. So that's it seems like a very powerful skill. 13-second cooldown is on the shorter side of cooldown. Fastest cooldown is 8 seconds. I think there's 1 or 2 hero that has it. And then usually heroes have 12-second cooldown. He has 13 for whatever reason. Some heroes have 15 and 18. So as I said, he's not a very long cooldown skill. So that's very good. And the other thing I find in the English version of the Awakening Zhang Liao, it says it's Awakening skill. It says each melee attack generates 1 charge of Overlord effect, increasing melee attack damage by 10%, max 9 charges. So I think the translation is a little bit off in here. In here is that each melee attack, I think the melee attack is referring to his skill, the slash that he does. Because in the Chinese version, it's implying that this only apply to the attack during the skill. But in the English version, it's saying that just melee attack, which might mean that his auto attack, melee attack. A little bit confusion, but I think it's referring to his skill. So I'm going to keep leveling his skill up. Right now it's at level 5. So maybe after I could get him to level 10 and then awaken him. I'll make a more detailed video to talk about the pros and cons of Zhang Liao. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.